everyone, Lauren here with Stellian Studio, and this is my sketchbook tour. I don't normally keep my sketchbooks anymore, and so to keep everything compact and compiled into one spot, I started using the type of file folders that have the prongs on that you can store in different tubs and such. So this folder is different things that Lynn, Aurora, and I work on together, and it's also mainly compilation of all pictures of us, or what I have drawn, or what we all have drawn of the three of us together. So, without further ado, here's the first picture, which is an older one of just Lynn. I tried to get the Stellian castle in the background. This one's actually rather old. You can tell with the and exaggerated proportions right there, but I tried to get Lynn's outfit squared away. I did not use a reference for this one, so that's probably why the proportions are so obscure. This is another older one. Whenever I like to do colored pencil first of red, this one's a blue pencil, but that's in red, and then I did like a darker line on top of Lynn and I in different outfits, and that's obviously really old because she's as tall as me, and she's actually now shorter than me, we've figured out, and her ears are different. Yeah, so this one's an older one. These both are different chibi versions. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with those. I didn't really like the proportions or the way I did her eyes on those, so I kind of scrapped them and didn't really finish those at all. These are out of an older sketchbook. It is the very first time I drew Lynn, Aurora, and I all together. So this is still whenever I didn't really know how to do proportions or faces, but I was trying to get an understanding of like what the three of us would look like together. This one's older than that, to where I didn't use a reference or anything. I just drew Lynn and then tried to redraw it better and crosshatch it. So that's without reference. There's a cute little face up there, and then what's that say? Draw from real life. That's a note to myself to say that's why that's not as how I would like it. This was a sketch I kept from a little notebook that I had for my printmaking class, and I was gonna try and do Lynn here in this obscure abstract line style in a lino cut for printmaking, but I had to go with this lion one instead because the teacher said that it looked too anime and he would not accept it for a grade. So I went ahead and did a lion because I'm good at drawing animals for class. In high school, we had a lot of assemblies and we had a lot of paperwork with our assemblies, and so I was really bored and annoyed. And so I drew myself in this little style on top of our assembly paper. Our colors were black and red for our school, and so it's a little assembly tidbit I kept. This is the very, very, very first time I drew Aurora. I had her for a original character design to put into the Death Note universe and create a story around that, and so if you see this little squiggle over here, that's actually supposed to be L. It's going to be a start of L. He was supposed to be sitting here like watching her draw around a tree. I don't know, she's got some gum, so it sticks with the whole candy-loving aspect of L. Quite interesting. This is a picture actually of me that Lynn drew way back whenever we were still younger. This is probably start of high school era of our anime drawings, of not looking at references and then just drawing. So it's me in a puddle with some groceries, with an umbrella and a tree and a sidewalk. Pretty fun. This is an old drawing of a younger version of Lynn that I drew. I liked the dress a lot, and then I drew Lynn with it. It's supposed to be Lynn at age 12. This doesn't actually fit in with the story at all. I just wanted to draw Lynn in a different style than I had at the time, and you can always tell if my drawings are older versions of Lynn because I had this little M bangs going on, and her ears are actually supposed to be to the side instead of up like they were here, and the M bangs kind of give it away that that's an older picture. Here's some hands that Lynn drew. She likes to do realistic hands and then go back in and like try and redraw them simplified, and so you can see where the lines aren't connected and then just have little implied lines of where the fingers would be. And so she's actually really good at hands. I'm pretty jealous. Just practicing. She's left-handed, and so she was holding a pencil in her right hand practicing how to draw that hand. For me, since I am right-handed, and so I would draw it the opposite, so I would look at my left hand and then draw that, but she drew that for me to show this is what your right hand would look like because she draws left-handed. So yeah, that's fun. This is a picture of Lynn and her two adopted twin brothers, Ritsu and Raito. And in the story, they're actually her servants, and so that's them kind of doting on her and doing different things. Right there. Oops, this is kind of a, let's do that one last out of this set. Okay, this is Lynn's older brother, Jin, the Estelle Prince. Let's kind of give it away there, little writing. And in my story that Lynn is in, the tattoos that the nobility have connect them with their servants. So if you can notice, the tattoo that I have kind of matches this one, which they are actually a pair. So Gwendolyn, which is this picture, Gwendolyn is the servant to Jin over here, and she is the younger sister of the two twin boys that Lynn is paired up with. And there's actually, spoiler alert, she's actually a dragon. Woo, look at that. So that's what she will eventually turn into in the story. Little dragon picture. These are actually fairly recent. That's why they're so much more hashed out and proportions are good and the clothing is detailed. And then that is, I love that. Lynn helped me with that, but I did most of the original line work and then she did most of the detail end line art for that. But yeah, that's Jin and Gwendolyn, his little servant. Here's a picture I found. A reference picture of Lynn. I was trying to get like basic clothes and just trying to get like what she would look like older, I guess. She would still be short, but she's got like a more mature face here. I like that one a lot. I actually tore this out. There's actually another drawing on the back of a chibi kind of version of Lynn, but I cut it up because I wanted to keep this one because my fiance really liked this one of Lynn. And so I already redrew this one elsewhere, so I didn't really need that picture anymore, so I cut that up and saved it. And I actually, you can see there's tape on it, so I had it taped up right here on my desk to where I could just look at it and try and redraw it again. This is something Lynn did of our cat, Howl, back home. This is what he would look like if he was a Estelian noble. So Lynn did that one a while ago whenever we first got him, and he's a handful, and so you can see that mischievous smile and that extra little tooth sticking out. On the back is some crazy faces I've done, and then me practicing my signature. This is a reference picture I tried to do of a chibi version of Lynn, and that's like whenever I grouped her hair, whenever I started moving from the M bangs to grouping it into sections, because I found different reference pictures that looked really cool, just simplified groups and clumps of hair rather than try and put lines everywhere. And if you notice, if this one looks familiar, I actually took it into the computer and used GIMP, which if anybody knows what GIMP is, it's a free online photo editing, and you can actually use it to draw with, and I used that before I got anything else to learn how to draw with digitally. And I actually have that as part of my DeviantArt ID right now on our Lynn for Shine page, not the Estelian Studios page. So that's pretty cool. This one is one that's supposed to go with the story, to where Lynn believes and gives life to by believing in inanimate objects. And so she befriends her scarf, and it comes alive and it protects her from the rain because it's holding an umbrella. You can kind of see the lines where the rain is coming down this way. But I don't know why I drew that and then counterproductively put her in a puddle. So then that's keeping her dry, but then her clothes are getting wet and she's in a I don't know. Something with that and then like the other drawing that Lynn did of me, something we liked about just standing in water. It's really weird. It's like a little connection thing we liked, just reflections and puddles and what. Ooh, this one's fun. This one is Lynn, Ritsu, and Raito at the library studying for an exam that they have. It's like a test that they have to do to show that yes, they can stay bonded together as servants. So Jin's and Gwendolyn's is on the back of their right hand, and Ritsu, Raito, and Lynn's are all on their left arm right here. It's like a band. I actually have a picture that I'm going to show later in part 2 that's the tattoo. So I actually designed the tattoo band that I honestly want to get because then that would make Lynn really happy. These next two pictures are where we got our name Lynn for Shine from. They are pictures I drew for my boyfriend in high school of his original character, Shine. And this character was actually Lynn's boyfriend at the time, because he actually had an altar of Shine, and I don't know if he actually still does, but he said he did, and Lynn went out with Shine while I went out with that boy from high school. So Defoe, these are homage to you. There's the Shine picture. I don't think I ever really showed you, but I worked on it. This is a newer one I did of kind of like a comic where Lynn is looking down and away and kind of distant, but then whenever I call her attention, she kind of looks up and smirks at me. So that's kind of a cute little one that I did where I finally figured out how I liked her hair and where her ears sat. So that's how you can tell that one's newer. This one's an older one. I found a style. I really liked a cartoony style of how they did in expressions. And so I tried to draw Lynn with those different expressions. And you can tell that I really picked up on that style because I don't ever draw like that, only whenever I'm looking at that person's pictures. And so here's some funny pictures of Lynn. This is another one I found a reference picture for, and I was trying to draw Lynn like it. So I was just basically trying to put her proportions in and kind of figure out where she was going to sit in that picture. I don't know if I'll go back to that one. I don't know if I like it as much anymore. I used to like it a lot. This one, Lynn did, actually. Just kind of playing around. She took a whole page out of my sketchbook. Oh, hey look, on the back. Madoka Magica. Oops, upside down. Madoka Magica chibis I tried to draw. But here's a picture Lynn did whenever she was doing extremely detailed hair work. That's a picture of Lynn in a schoolgirl outfit, and then she did a different one to where she detailed her face more, and that's Aurora right there. That's a little cute picture that Lynn did of Aurora, and then Lynn tried her hand at some ponies, which she normally doesn't do ponies much anymore. That's just Aurora, a nice thing. And then here's a cute little chibi we found a reference for, so Lynn drew it for me, and then that's the very first picture that Lynn drew of Aurora. So it's really cute. I like that one a lot. This is one that Lynn and I kind of worked on together. I did that one first up top here, and I actually posted it to DeviantArt, and then Lynn came back, since there was extra space, and like refixed her proportions and how she would wanted it to look. So it's like that leg would be down, that leg would still be up, matching her height of the head to the length of each part of the foot and legs and body. Her tail's extremely long in this one. I don't know why she did that, and we normally don't draw that. I guess she just wanted that. I don't know. I'll have to ask her sometime. Here's another one that Lynn did while she was on her I'm gonna draw with this blue pen phase. Not safe for work, sorry guys. Disclaimer, go ahead and pause or move or skip ahead. This is kind of an understanding of proportions between Aurora and Lynn, which now we figured out that Aurora is taller than I am. She wants to be as tall as Chris is, our fiance, and he's about 6'2". So I think Aurora said that she would like her height to be around 6 foot. I'm 5'8", and Lynn is about 5 foot. And so we were trying to do real life proportions on them and what they would look like. And Lynn did that all in pen, and I'm very, very proud of her for that, because she kind of did a more mature face, And there's all the detail of their hair and her ears and stuff. And then here's another cute little glomping picture I tried to do in pin, which you can tell the difference between our styles. It's apparent. It's great. I like it. Ooh, now this one's another disclaimer, not safe for work. Sorry guys, pause, skip ahead. This one is a picture that Lynn and I have been working on for a long while now. I still don't know if it can be considered done, but it is a picture of Lynn and I together in a more realistic style that we were creating for our fiance, so that he can enjoy a picture of both of us together. Yeah, I still don't know if this one is done yet. I mean, I really, really like it. We did a lot of work and it's taken a long time to get this far, but I think we still got a little ways to go to basically call it finished, because there's not a lot of true darks in this one, and so I think we can push the contrast a bit more in that one, even though it's just a graphite pencil. Let's see. Oh, this is a really light drawing of what Lynn would look like in Guild Wars. This is her Char character. She's a Char what did I write? Elementalist? Yeah. Lynn plays Guild Wars more than I do. Chris got it for us for a Christmas present. He bought us that. Not safe for work, disclaimer, skip ahead. This one is one Lynn did really quickly of her and Aurora and how they would react, because Aurora found the other picture of us together and was kind of sad that she didn't have any pictures with her and Lynn or her and me, and so Lynn kind of drew this out just for funs. That Aurora is really shy and really scared a lot of the time, and so Lynn's harsh and in-your-face personality kind of is daunting for her, and so that's what that picture is. This is them sharing the love for watching the moon. And you can see Lynn's getting kind of touchy-feely, which she normally doesn't do, so that was really sweet that she drew that for Aurora. And then this one is Lynn poking fun at Aurora not being able to watch scary movies. So there's like a fake little TV I drew in there saying scary movie, and I put them on a couch. So I helped in drawing this one, but it was Lynn's idea to kind of put it together. And oh, hey, Botan and Makuro from Yu Yu Hakusho chibis on the back of that. Let's see, here's a picture set I did trying to figure out how I wanted Lynn's hair to be, to where I still kind of kept the M hair bangs in this one, but this is also whenever her ears start to migrate from the top to kind of turn to the side, and they're eventually going to go farther down. So this is like the middle stage of where I had Lynn's ears. Okay, here's a picture of very first picture of Jen I ever drew, which now that I've figured out how to draw Lynn's face pretty well, he actually looks pretty similar to Lynn, so I've finally been able to figure out what he looks like. But here's some like really detailed princely like outfit that he has. And that is it. I'm gonna stop here because I'm actually running out of time for part one. So we got through that pile, that's good. We still got this whole pile to do, and I have another set off to the side from a different folder that I normally work out of. So there's all that. That's my folder tour for you guys. That's part of lots of different old sketchbooks I kept together. That's basically of Lynn, Aurora, and I. So now you know what the girls look like, and yeah. Hope you liked it, and I'll be back for number 2. So part 2, look forward to it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.